After years of silence, Prince William has finally broken his silence, offering a stunning confession about the emotional wounds that have shaped his life. In a powerful revelation, he pulls back the curtain on the struggles that have been hidden from the public eye. What secret has he been keeping for so long? Stay with us as we dive into the jaw-dropping details of this royal revelation. From the very moment he was born, the bond between Prince William and Princess Diana was unlike anything the world could truly understand. Diana, renowned for her warmth and compassion, found joy in being William's mother. But their relationship was far deeper than any royal protocol could define. Diana wasn't just a figurehead to William. She was his protector, his guide, and perhaps most profoundly, his best friend. As a mother, Diana worked tirelessly to protect William from the overwhelming pressures of royal life. Unlike other members of the royal family, Diana made sure William saw the world beyond the palace. She took him to amusement parks, let him eat at fast food restaurants, and even walked hand in hand with him through the crowded streets of London. These weren't just whimsical outings. They were lessons, a deliberate attempt to keep him grounded and connected to a world far removed from the monarchy. "I wanted her to be proud of the person I would become," William once shared. Diana believed that for William to be a good king one day, he had to be able to connect with ordinary people. And it wasn't just her actions that shaped their relationship, but her openness and vulnerability. William didn't just see her as his mother, but as a person who turned to him for comfort during her own struggles. This connection, built on mutual trust and love, profoundly influenced William's approach to leadership and family. But how did this deep relationship with Diana impact William's view on his royal responsibilities? Let's explore the challenges they faced that would leave permanent imprints on his life. Behind the glitz and glamour of royal life, Diana was fighting battles that William could see and feel. The personal struggles Diana faced didn't go unnoticed by William. As a child, he instinctively tried to comfort her. One heart-wrenching story reveals how young William slipped tissues under the bathroom door to offer solace to his mother during one of her difficult moments. Even in his youth, William showed a fierce protectiveness toward Diana, a trait that would remain with him well into adulthood. Diana's vulnerability became an integral part of William's upbringing. Unlike most children, he wasn't shielded from his mother's pain. Instead, he became a quiet pillar of support. These early experiences planted the seeds of compassion and empathy in William. While he may not have understood the full emotional complexity at the time, those formative years would stay with him, shaping how he navigated life's challenges. As William grew older, he began to comprehend the emotional toll his mother's struggles had taken on both of them. But amidst these personal battles, Diana never lost sight of the importance of preparing William for his future as king. How did she balance these two conflicting responsibilities? Let's take a closer look at the lessons she instilled in him. Being the heir to the British throne was never a light burden. From a young age, William's life was structured around royal protocols and future duties. But Diana was determined to ensure that William didn't lose sight of who he was as an individual. She taught him that being a king wasn't just about knowing traditions. It was about understanding people. Diana took him on visits to homeless shelters, hospitals, and AIDS clinics, showing him the real struggles of everyday people. These experiences left a lasting impression on William, showing him that leadership wasn't just about power. It was about service, empathy, and making a difference. I think there's an element of, there's a long-term view to look at. It's not. Even as she prepared him for the throne, Diana never let the weight of royal duties overshadow his individuality. She encouraged him to embrace his humanity before his princely responsibilities, William once said. But life's lessons don't always come from preparation alone. Tragedy struck when William was just a teenager, and the loss he experienced would change his life forever. How did he cope with this tragedy, and how did it influence his future? On August 31st, 1997, the world was struck with heartbreak when Princess Diana's life was tragically cut short. For a 15-year-old William, this was an unimaginable loss. Diana wasn't just his mother. She was his emotional anchor. Losing her at such a young age thrust him into an abyss of grief, And to make matters worse, the whole world was watching. Mourning in the public, I was an unbearable weight for a boy still coming to terms with his grief. Yet, even through the overwhelming sorrow, William showed incredible strength. During Diana's funeral, he walked solemnly behind her coffin, a moment that would become a symbol of the strength he had inherited from his mother. You feel pain like no other pain, and you know that in your life it's going to be very difficult, William reflected years later. The impact of Diana's death was seismic for William, and it shaped his views on both life and the media. The press, which had played a role in Diana's tragic end, became a source of deep mistrust for William. He vowed to protect his family from the same invasive scrutiny, which led him to keep his private life fiercely guarded. But despite the pain of her death, Diana's memory became a source of strength for him. Her teachings and values have guided William throughout his life. So, how does William honor Diana's legacy today? How has she influenced his life as a husband, father, and future king? With Kate Middleton and their 3 children, William strives to live out the values his mother instilled in him. He places immense value on family and tries to give his children a childhood that mirrors his own, one where they can experience normality amidst the royal spotlight. Whether it's school drop-offs or visits to public parks, William ensures his children have a chance to grow up with a sense of normalcy, away from the pomp and circumstance of their royal titles. Go bigger, go better than the previous year, William has said, indicating his desire to give his children a fulfilling and joyful childhood. He and Kate have created a home centered around love, open communication, and emotional support, values Diana championed during her own life. William keeps Diana's memory alive by sharing stories of her with his children, telling them about the grandmother they never had the chance to meet. Through these stories, William ensures that Diana's legacy lives on. In his public work, William continues to champion the causes Diana held dear. His advocacy for mental health, conservation, and supporting vulnerable communities reflects her humanitarian efforts. These aren't just royal duties for William. They are deeply personal commitments to continue his mother's work. But even with all the good that has come from Diana's influence, life hasn't been without its challenges. William's relationship with his brother, Harry, has often been in the spotlight, especially given their differing approaches to family and duty. While William remains focused on his royal responsibilities, Harry has opted for a more independent path. Their bond, though rooted in love for their mother, has been tested by these differing views. Despite their differences, both brothers share a deep love for Diana, and her influence remains a touchstone for both of them. As William navigates his responsibilities as a senior royal, he strives to balance personal relationships with his duty to the crown, a challenge that can weigh heavily. We've got to relax a little bit and be able to talk about our emotions because we're not robots, William has said, acknowledging the emotional complexities of royal life. As we reflect on Diana's profound impact on William's life, one thing is clear: her legacy is far from over. Through his actions, his family, and his commitment to the causes Diana championed, William continues to honor his mother's memory. Her lessons of kindness, compassion, and empathy are not just ideals from the past. They are values that live on through William's actions every day. We'd love to hear your thoughts. How do you think Diana's legacy will shape the monarchy moving forward? Let us know in the comments below, and be sure to check out our next video, where we explore how Diana's work continues to influence today's royal family.